Independent spare cat? Yes, you read that right. And to ease everyone's mind, no one got hurt. For cultural context, this happened in a country in Asia, so close-knit ties with the family is common. How close-knit we talking? Sweet home Alabama! That close-knit? This happened a few years back, pre-COVID. I had the honor to be the photographer for this wedding as I'm very close friends with the bride's cousin, and she offered my services to them. The wedding morning was super lovely. It was a nice, beautiful day, and the preparations for the wedding is at a hotel near the church for the ceremony later that afternoon. Everyone was happy and nice. The groom's family were a delight to take pictures of as they were cheerful and their vibes were overall happy and fun. Meanwhile, on the bride's side of things, everything is also well and happy. But I get this off vibe coming from the father, which I brushed off since strict fathers were common here. And the bride being the only daughter of 4 siblings, I assumed that she was his favorite child. The bride's mother and brothers were fun to work with as they were all cheerful and happy, while the father seemed nonchalant and just standing there on one corner, not engaging much with the other guests and entourage. Okay, so he's not happy about the marriage, but why is that? As the time for the ceremony draws near, we wrapped up our photo shoot and proceeded to head to the church, which was a 5 to 10 minute drive from the hotel. Upon arriving at the church, we saw there were already a few guests there, so we set up our gears and waited for the ceremony to start. 2 p.m. arrived and the ceremony for this wedding should be starting. Everyone is present: the groom, the entourage, the guests, the officiant, everyone, except for the bride and her father. Oh God. Nothing alarming at this point. Maybe they got caught up in traffic, but the bride's father was the one driving the bridal car to the church, so everyone waited. 30 minutes has passed. Still no sign of the bride and her father. At this point, the wedding coordinator started calling the bride to ask for their whereabouts, but she wasn't answering, so everyone just waited more. 1 hour, 2 hours pass, and they are still missing, and the bride is not answering her phone. The bride's mother is also calling her husband, but his phone was turned off. By this point, the guests are starting to ask questions as to what is happening, and the bride's mother is starting to panic as she is thinking that maybe they got caught in an accident. So she sent her sons to check nearby police stations and ask if there are traffic accidents nearby. They came back about an hour later to confirm that there are no accidents, and the bride and her father are now missing, and they can't be contacted. What the heck is going on here? 2 things are happening here. Possible things. Either the father of the bride really don't like that groom, or he wanted the bride for himself. Let's find out, shall we? Panic also sets in the groom as he starts pacing back and forth, not knowing where his bride is. At one point, he started crying, and the priest and his family start comforting him. Oh God, imagine that. He probably thinks that she left him at the altar. By the 4th hour, there's still no sign of the bride and her father. The groom accepted the situation he's in and assumed that maybe the bride had cold feet and ran away from their wedding. He goes up to the altar and announces the wedding is canceled and apologized to the guests, as some of them had to book hotels nearby or drive for a few hours to attend his wedding. He then announced for everyone to proceed to the reception and treat today as a gathering of family and